Oh, hello.
Get out of my face, honey. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Want me to spit on you again?
Image this: a bustling supermarket shelf stocked with groceries and the buzz of everyday shopping, but amid the normalcy, anxiety flares as a dramatic encounter is caught on camera. Watch as these Karens suffer the painful consequences of their rude behavior. Our story begins on May 21st, 2023 in a Florida parking lot with a man trying to park only to find himself blocked by Karen's car. This is where our drama begins. The person behind the camera, clearly upset, decides to confront Karen. The tension is palpable. The man gets out of his car and immediately asks Karen if she's serious about blocking him. Karen's reaction is as intense as her attitude. She accuses the man of invading her space and blames the man for blocking her path, claiming it's private property and insisting that she has every right to be there. And this is a moment of realization for the cameraman. They finally get to experience the encounter with Karen firsthand. Their excitement at capturing this moment is almost palpable, but Karen's reaction only seems to add fuel to the fire.
Hi, hello. Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen. You have nothing better to do with your day than to block me.
You have no right to take turn.
I have all the right I want.
Karen continues her tirade, insisting that the man had no right to park there and leave it overnight, making accusations about overnight parking, a detail that's not even relevant to the situation. It's clear that she's being stubborn, refusing to back down. Our cameraman makes an important point. Karen is not an authority figure and her demands have no practical value. Karen, however, remains adamant and confrontational.
I finally got to record a Karen. Oh, hello. Hi, Karen. You're a Karen. It's happening. I can't believe it. It finally happened to me. You know, I watched all these videos online, but I could never believe that it would happen to me. I didn't park overnight, but...
The cameraman points out the many empty parking lots nearby and the Karen's insistence on blocking their car is unnecessary. This is a classic case of someone making a big deal out of something trivial. And the cameraman is certain that Karen is deliberately trying to pick a fight with him.
A police person, it's not your responsibility to make...
Space.
There's plenty of other parking spaces.
I don't have parking space for myself.
There's a parking space right here, right there in front. So if you need a parking space, there's one right there, there's one over there. So don't worry, they're coming.
Karen continues to argue as the cameraman walks away. And that's the dramatic end to this parking lot fight. Karen's outburst is both entertaining and unnecessary. Sometimes the most trivial situations can be turned into epic spectacles.
Oh, hello. There you go. Hi.
Hey, Karen's actions violated the provisions of Chapter 877, Section 03 of the Florida statutes. The law also states that anyone who commits acts of a nature which are corrupt to public morals or which are offensive to the public sense of decency, or which disturb the peace and quiet of persons who may be present, or who engages in brawls or fights, or who engages in acts which constitute a breach of the peace or disorderly conduct, is guilty of a misdemeanor of the second degree. Depending on the severity of the situation, the defendant could face up to 6 months in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. If this action continues, great retribution will soon come to her. Our second story begins with a routine shopping trip. However, things take a turn for the worse when Karen, a customer whose attitude quickly turns sour, finds herself in conflict. The trouble begins on August 7, 2024, when a store employee, in a calm and composed tone, asks Karen to leave the Los Angeles supermarket premises. What should have been a simple request soon spirals out of control. Karen's reaction is not unreasonable. Instead of accepting the request and leaving quietly, Karen chooses to escalate the situation. Her response is a mix of disbelief and defiance. She protests violently, making it clear that she feels offended by the request to leave.
Where? Where?
Karen's frustration is evident. She repeatedly shouted things like, "This was my idea and you didn't give in." It's okay, it was clear that she was not only upset with the request, but also intended to make a statement. The store employee and manager tried their best to manage the situation professionally. Despite their calm and authoritative attempts to defuse the encounter, Karen's refusal to comply only added to the drama. After a lengthy and unpleasant confrontation, Karen finally began to leave the store. As she left, repeated verbal abuse and the destruction of items on her supermarket shelves marked the end of a dramatic and unpleasant encounter. This incident is a stark reminder of how quickly a situation can escalate when someone refuses to comply with a polite request. The woman's intentional act of causing an argument and causing damage in the store violated the framework of California Penal Code Section 594 on vandalism. The law states that any person who intentionally commits any of the following acts to any real or personal property that is not his or her own, the penalty for vandalism can include imprisonment for up to 1 year or a fine of up to $1,000. Depending on the severity of the damage, the penalty can be more severe, including a longer prison sentence and additional restitution to the victim. In the final case, let's see how this racist Karen got her hard punishment. In late March, a woman identified as Luba Babazanik walked into a Walgreens without a mask. When she got to the checkout counter, the cashier asked her to put on a mask. His seemingly routine request set off a chain of events that shocked everyone involved and outraged the online community. The woman identified as Luba Bazanik began hurling insults, which quickly turned racist and Islamophobic when asked by the employee to comply. What began as a disagreement about masks soon turned into a hateful rant aimed at Nala eBay, her husband, and their friends.
You are a fucking cocksucker. You probably suck cocks. Fucking Muslims.
Yes. Go ahead.
Here we go.
I'm sitting here.
Yeah, I am.
I'm sick.
Kiss my ass. Oh, I love your garb. You look like a fucking nigger. Yeah.
Bazanich's tirade was not only full of profanity, but also included racist insults. She targeted Nala and her team, who are identified as being from New York, with baseless and hateful accusations related to their ethnicity and religion. This situation became more tense when Bazanich allegedly spat on Nala's husband, escalating the confrontation.
Get the fuck out of my face. Get her out. Listen, this guy is threatening. This guy is threatening.
Lady, move back.
Will you please Walgreens
Move back.
on 17th?
You need to
She's
step
filming
back.
me. She's
You're
filming me.
talking-
And he's calling me a cunt. And he's calling me a cunt. And he says,
Amid the chaos, Nala eBay began recording the incident. The footage shows Bazanich's scathing attack, culminating in her spitting on Nala's husband and unleashing a torrent of hateful language. The shocking video was widely shared, sparking a strong reaction from viewers and prompting an investigation.
there's a man threatening to hurt me. Get out of my face, honey. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Want me to spit on you again? Want me to spit on you, ugly bitch?
I swear to you, if
What
you
an
do that
ugly
again, I'm gonna
bitch.
fucking
What
hit
an
you.
ugly bitch.
I swear to you, I'm gonna hit
Why
you.
do you wear clothes like that? Yeah, well, you called me a cunt and a whore, you fucking idiot. God, you're ugly. No wonder people hate you.
They do hate us. I know.
Israelis rule.
I know.
Israelis rule.
When police arrived, Bazanic continued to spew vitriol and insisted she had done nothing wrong and was immediately handcuffed and escorted to a police car.
Ma'am, no weapons on you or anything like that?
No, here.
No, that's okay. Stand up for me, please.
No.
Just make sure you have
Does
no
it
weapons
look
on
like
you.
I don't even
I
have
don't know.
pockets?
Turn around. I don't want to. You're under arrest for battery. No, yep, definitely doing
That
that.
hurts.
Yeah, they're handcuffed.
Well, I'll get a good attorney.
Christians don't talk like you.
No, but you know what?
No.
I just went through. Can I put that in my purse, please?
I need to
Please
collect
put-
your property.
Officer, please help me.
They said it is our prosecution.
This officer saw me last night. I've been having a lot happen in my life. Really.
Legally, Bazanic's actions constitute both verbal assault and harassment. The fact that Nala's family and friends chose not to press charges does not negate the seriousness of the incident. The decision not to pursue legal action may have been influenced by many factors, but that does not lessen the impact of her actions. Bazanic's actions fall within the scope of verbal assault by using racial slurs and other offensive language. In Florida Statutes, Chapter 784, Section 011 defines assault as an intentional, unlawful threat by words or actions to inflict violence on another person, coupled a clear ability to do so and some action that creates a well-founded fear in another person that such violence is imminent. A person who assaults another person is guilty of a second-degree misdemeanor. It is important to note that Luba Bazanic is a licensed clinical social worker in Florida. Her professional role is the complete opposite of the hateful behavior depicted in the video. And this discrepancy has led many to question the authenticity of her apology and the implications for her professional life. All right, fellas, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and educational content in the future. Thanks for your sub.